Can you hear me? Yes, good. Okay, so you can hear me. Excellent. You will be about to see me, hopefully. And then we shall start our quiz this evening. So let's have a look if this works. Oh, you've got me in a corner for some reason. Let's just bring me back in here. And there we go. Oh. For some reason, you've got me in a very tiny corner. Oh, that is very close. You don't want that. Let's zoom out. There we go, ish. We're sort of in. Sorry about this. Worked in the dress rehearsal. Nah. There we go. Right. Well, we'll keep it like that. You might not be able to see me. I can see me, just about. Where am I? Whee! There we go. Well, hello. Welcome to our quarantine quiz, wherever you are. Hope you're having a lovely time in quarantine. I'm having a great time. Been doing the gardening for the last week, and the garden looks absolutely sabotaged, I'm happy to say. I would show you pictures, but I can barely work the camera out here. So apologies for being quite so close to you. You probably didn't want that quite in your face. But for some reason we're totally zoomed in today, so lucky you indeed. In today's quiz we will have 20 questions. There will be 29 points available in the quiz, and if you want that one extra point to be able to get it to 30, then all you need to do is get a shout out at some point during the quiz, and that will get you your 30 neat points. So you can only get full points if you are joining in live, but it will be on catch up as well after we've finished. So we will start our quiz with some regular questions, but then we also have some games on the screen as well. So at various points through the quiz, they'll be putting something on the screen for you to have a go at as well. So we'll see if we can. We'll start some shout outs whilst we're at it as well. See who can get those straight away bonus points, and we will say hello to Emma Lopez Diaz. We'll say hello to Tom Goddard, my sister Sophie, Josh. Hello to you. The Davidson family. Hello to you. Thank you for joining me. Benji Mullish. There we go. I'm Judith Lopez Diaz as well. Hello to you. So we will start, and then I will hopefully work out how some of this stuff works. It's the first time I've done a YouTube live, so if it all goes totally belly up, then please bear with me. But hopefully it should be hunky dory. Right. So the first question, hopefully a nice and easy one for you, is this question here. Questions will appear at the bottom of the screen as well. What type of one-way road junction might you use on a two-way road with all vehicles giving way in the same direction? What type of one-way road junction might you see on a two-way road with all vehicles giving way in the same direction? So there you go, that was question number 1. Still not quite sure why I'm so zoomed in. Very strange. Ah, well. I'll stand further back. Oh, that's better. That's an easy fix, actually. Right. I'm just going to bring up the YouTube here. See. Oh. Oh, Streamlabs is getting involved in our chat. Oh gosh, look at that. Right. Shout out to the Dutsons. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. You've just got your bonus point. Neve, hi. Welcome. Thank you. Question 2. Here we go. Question 2. If I'm travelling from the USA to Panama over land, what is the first country that I pass through? If I'm travelling from the USA to Panama over land, what is the first country that I would pass through? If you're travelling over land, has to be over land. Though at the moment I don't think you can, because I think the borders have just been closed. Question 3 is going to be a film one if you're into your movies. I'm going to follow the comments on my phone so that I don't for some reason mess up the computer of King, as I've already somewhat messed it up with my face. Right, let's have a go at number 3, film one. Here's a quote. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. It's a line from which 1982 film starring Harrison Ford? I've seen things you people wouldn't believe is a line from which 1982 film starring Harrison Ford? We're going to science next, if you like your science. Question number 4. Which 17th century physicist gave the world a theory of gravity and multiple laws of motion? Which 17th century physicist gave the world a theory of gravity and multiple laws of motion? I'm getting some suggestions to slightly wriggle myself over here and to move that there. That way that gives me more space in my in. Sort of. There we go. Okay, number 5 is one of those ones where you're going to have to look at the screen, and thankfully you won't be looking at me. And this one, I've put together 2 people and I've smushed them into one. So you've got to tell me for 2 points. This is the first of our double point questions. You've got to tell me whose head and whose body. There you go. Whose head and whose body. Whose head, whose body on that one? I think it's quite obvious, this one. I've certainly got more difficult ones coming up. We get 2 points on this one. Whose head, whose body? Alright, let's see, whilst we've got this one on the screen, let's see if we can do some shout-outs, give some people some extra points. Oh, Daniel Hyman, hello. He's waiting for his shout-out. He's got it now. And my sister's saying good luck to Neve. That's nice. Alright, let's move on then to our next question, which is question number 6. Here we go. When talking of computers, what does the P stand for in PC? When talking of computers, what does the P stand for in PC? I think that one's quite an easy one. Quite an easy one there. Hopefully you're doing alright. Anybody on full points, you can let me know. I'd be surprised, actually. So far you might be on full points. I think there are a couple coming up which might separate people out. We'll see. So, the next one. We're going back in time. Not that far back in time. Only to the 60s. Here we go. It's number 7. Ronnie Biggs went on the run. He went on the run for 36 years after escaping from prison. But for what crime is he best known? Ronnie Biggs went on the run for 36 years. But for what crime was he best known? He ended up in Brazil, and then, in order to get back to the UK after being on the run for 36 years, he sold his story to the Sun and they paid for his plane ticket back. And then he got arrested. Seems strange. I would have stayed in Brazil. If you've managed to be on the run for that long, who knows? Some people. Right. Next one, question number 8, is a word bridge. Now for this, I'm going to give you 2 words. I want you to give me a third word that can go at the end of the first word and at the beginning of the second word, and both of those would still make sense. So here you go. What word can be added to the end of micro and the beginning of card, and both of them still make sense? So that's your word bridge. What word can be added after micro and before card, same word, and it still makes sense? Hi Austin and Julia. Met Austin and Julia when we were cruising. Now, where were we cruising? I think we were cruising out of Fort Lauderdale. Ah, Dougie and Brett. Hello. Thank you for joining us. My sister wants us to turn the music up so that they can dance in between questions. I think she of all people would know that my technical skills are not quite up to that. Let's move on then to number 9, so that they can resist the urge to dance for too much longer. Here we go. Question number 9. Which Indian-born writer had an Iranian ruling calling for his assassination for blasphemy in his book The Satanic Verses? So which Indian-born author had an Iranian ruling, a fatwa, calling for his assassination for blasphemy for his book The Satanic Verses? Talking of Iran, as we were, I read yesterday that Iran has got this conspiracy theory now that the US have created a special form, a special version of coronavirus specifically targeting Iranian DNA, so that Iran would have a worse outbreak than anywhere else in the world. So got me thinking about some different conspiracy theories. There was another one actually, which was there's now a conspiracy theory in China that says that it was started by the US Army in China to frame China. I think it's significantly more likely that it was Theresa May, because I think she thought Boris had it too easy when he got Brexit done so quickly, and it took her years and she didn't manage to finish it. So I think she probably went to China, started it off. I thought, well, we'll see, give him something more difficult to deal with. Just a theory. I mean, it could be totally wrong. Could be. Let's go for number 10. Here we go. This one is a movie one. I've taken a little clip of a film poster, and all you need to do for 2 points, it's a double pointer, is to tell me the name of the film and also the name, the year that it came out. So the name of this film, the year it came out. There you go. 2 points for this one. London disc golf community is in. I've got my frisbee actually in here. I'll go and get it. I'll show you. Not that I'm allowed to play frisbee with anybody these days because we're all stuck inside. But back in the day, I did enjoy it. There you go. Name of this film and the year, and that gets you 2 points. Alright, we're going to move on to question number 11. Question number 11 is a multiple choice one, but you only get 2 options, and it is a true or a false. So here you go. True or false, the capital of Japan changed 3 times in the 19th century alone. The capital of Japan changed 3 times in the 19th century. True or false? Here's the frisbee. There you go. Nice Caribbean scene there. It's a good one, actually. You can just fold it up, pop it in your pocket, off you go, and then pop! Out again. Bosh. Lovely. Don't say I don't know how to have fun. Right. There you go. That was your true or false. Let's move on to question number 12. This is our sports question. Now, those of you who know me know that my knowledge of sports is rudimental at best and terrible at worst. So here we go. Let's see what I've come up with for you on the sports question. It's this one here. Which former Olympic sport was played with 2 teams and a length of rope? Which former Olympic sport was played with 2 teams and a length of rope? I mean, I think that was a pretty good description, to be honest. Even if you don't know very much about sport, like me, you could probably get that one. I would hope. Oh yes, I'm getting some love from the London disc golf community for my frisbee. There you go. A nice silicone frisbee. I'm sure that would be well appreciated within the disc golf community. Here we go. Moving on to number 13 is a tricky one. I'll give you a bit of time to work this one out. I might even try and turn up the music for Sophie. I'm going to put 3 things on the screen. Here they go. It's a cryptic commonality question. I need you to tell me, what do these 3 things have in common? What do these 3 things have in common? Have a go at this one. It's only worth 1 point, but I think it's a difficult point, this one. Cryptic commonality. Thomas Cooper, yes you can. He wants a bonus point mention. He's got it. He's got at least 1 point in this quiz. Well done, Thomas. You're in the game. I wonder if anybody will get all 30. I'd be very impressed. I went through it myself and I thought, I think I would only get about 15. Because when I wrote it, it was open book. So I think I did have an unfair advantage there. Okay, we'll give you a few more seconds on this one if you haven't worked it out already. And then we're going to move on to number 14. If you've got any conspiracy theories, by the way, I'd like to hear them. I love a good conspiracy theory. Another one I thought was a guy in Wuhan, a 15-year-old who's scarily good at sort of chemistry and biology, but really hated history, and they got given a history homework and he just thought, I'm not going to do this, so I'm going to come up with an excuse for why I couldn't hand it in, and he'd already used up too many of the other excuses, and so he had to create some virus. Bit far-fetched. Sure you can do better. You want a clue? Hi, Auntie Jane. Thank you for joining. Scat Davidson wants a clue. If you want a clue as well, just pop it in. I'll judge based on whether... Put no clue if you don't want a clue. Or put clue if you want a clue. Cuddy, hello! It's too easy. It's too easy according to Cuddy. Now I'm waiting for 30 points now from him. Let's move on. No clue. No clue. Here we go. Number 14. At the age of 21, I'll give you 2 points for this one. At the age of 21, Steve started a computer company in his garage with another Steve. What were their full names? I think that was easy. Cuddy might be right. Maybe this is too easy. At the age of 21, Steve started a computer company in his garage with another Steve. What were their full names? You get 2 points for this one for both of the Steves. Next question. I had to work quite hard with this question because of all of the copyright laws. I wanted to do a music question. I wanted to play you some music so you could say what the music was, and that upsets YouTube. So I found a way around it. We'll see what you think. So write down those names of the Steves. DF, I agree with you. No clues. No clues. Here we go. Right, I'm going to give you this next one. Have a listen to this. It's a song. 2 points. God, look at that. Another 2-pointer right next to it. 2 points. All you need to tell me is the name of the song and the original recording artist. So the name of the song and the original recording artist. But I'm going to have the computer sing it. So text-to-speech. See if you can work out which song is this.
Everybody spread the word, we're gonna have a celebration all across the world in every nation. It's time for the good times, forget about the bad times. Oh yeah, one day to come together to release the pressure, we need a holiday.
There you go. I will play that one again. Maybe you've already worked it out, but that was the computer singing a very famous song. All you need to do, please, is tell me what is that famous song and who was the original recording artist that made it famous, and you get 2 points for that one. Got some hellos to shout out in a moment, but let me play you that one again first, and then we shall move on to our next one. Here we go. Have a listen to this if you didn't work it out already.
Everybody spread the word, we're gonna have a celebration all across the world in every nation. It's time for the good times, forget about the bad times. Oh yeah, one day to come together to release the pressure, we need a holiday.
There we go. So 2 points on that one if you can work it out. I think it's fairly obvious, but who knows? 2 points. Here we go. We've got some shout outs. Hello indeed to Uncle Simon, Auntie Cheryl, and say hello to Hannah Banana, please. That's from Thomas Cooper. Hello, Hannah Banana. Who else we have? Hello to the Pepper family and Jackie. Don't sing it. Don't you dare. Would I ever? I tell you what, tomorrow I've got one which I think is irresistible to sing, but with this one, it's much more about the dance moves, I feel. But there we go. Yeah, and Adam, you're quite right. Angelic, my computer's singing voice. I did have the option, actually, to change the computer's accent. I tried it in Scottish and I tried it in an Indian accent, because they were the two options other than American. And I went back to the American one. I felt like... otherwise people would have had an unfair advantage. Here we go, moving on to our next one, number 16. Which modern American artist, oh naughty, which modern American artist has a surname that rhymes with a slang term for a male reproductive organ? Which modern American artist has a surname that rhymes with a slang term for a male reproductive organ? I want the full name, please. Not just the surname. Number 17. I'm going to put on some pictures to the screen. They are logos. You get 5 points on this one. Big question, this one. If you can name all 5 of those, you get 1 point for every logo that you get correct out of those 5. I hope you've got yourself a big piece of paper, by the way. I don't want anyone complaining. My answer sheet was too small. That's one we always used to get on the ship. Sheet of paper's too small. I need 6 pieces of paper to do this quiz. 6 pieces. None of your pencils work. Ah, hello to El Gran Jefe and El Jefe Menos Grande. That's from Daniel Hyman. Hola, Gran Jefe. Alright, just a moment left on question number 17, and then we're going to move on to number 18. Now, I don't want anybody accusing me of making this quiz too easy. So, I have had to put in quite a challenging question for number 18. Those of you who've done quizzes with me on cruise ships and remember the quizzes, you'll remember perhaps that number 18 is always extremely challenging, and if you do manage to get it right, all credit to you, kudos, because you deserve it. Here is question number 18 for today. What sort of pasta would you be served if you ordered spaghetti pomodoro in a restaurant? Hard one. What sort of pasta would you be served if you ordered spaghetti pomodoro in a restaurant? I should put double points on that one, to be honest. I'm not going to, but I should have made that a 2-pointer. We're not going to hover with that one, though. We're going to move on to the next one, which is number 19. What was created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1991 to enable academics to share information? What was created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1991 to enable academics to share information? Shout out for Georgia Trainers and Jackie, Bradley and Danielle. Hello indeed. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Daniel's not happy. Finished work at 8 tonight, so he missed the first 5 minutes of the quiz. I think that could make all the difference, to be honest. No, to be honest, I don't even think we started bang on time. In fact, I know we didn't, because I couldn't get the camera working. Here we go, final question. It is a really difficult one. I'm going to leave it up on the screen for a minute. Here it is. I need you, please, to tell me how many differences are there from the left side of the picture to the right side of the picture. This is extremely difficult. I'll make it big for you, actually. You've got a minute to find as many as you can. I just need a number, and it's worth 2 points because this is hard. This is extremely hard. This is the sort of puzzle that you would only bother doing if you were locked in, I feel. I've seen some amazing ones, actually. So, some which are like Where's Wally style sheets of paper. And you're supposed to find the differences. It's like you can't even find Wally, let alone all the differences. It's crazy. So after this, we will go through the answers. At that point, you can shout out the answers in the chat. If you haven't found the chat yet, depending on what you are watching using, if it's on the computer, it's I think it's just to the right side of the video screen. If it's on your phone, it's just underneath the video. If it's on your tablet, I haven't got a clue, but I'm sure you'll find it. And that way you can shout out the answers as we go. So just a few more moments left with this one, number 20, the final one. I just need the number. If you don't know it, and to be fair, it's anybody's guess, at least put down something and see how close you were. But we're looking for how many differences are there in this extreme spot the difference puzzle. just need to tell us how many. You don't need to tell us where they are. Alright, time then to go through the answers. So, no cheating, of course. I'd say swap your sheets, but unless you're playing against people who happen to be in the same room as you, and you might be in a team, we will just go with that. But please feel free to shout out your answers in the comments, and we will we'll go from there. So question number 1 was this one here, a nice easy one to start with, I think. What type of one-way road junction might you see on a two-way road with all vehicles giving way in the same direction? I think a nice easy way to start the quiz, and the answer for that one was, of course, a roundabout. Yes, a roundabout. There we go. Question number 2 is this one here. If I am travelling from the USA to Panama over land, what is the first country that I pass through? Well, there's only one way you can do it, and you have to go through Mexico. And so that would be the first country. So if you put that, well done, you get yourself 1 point. The route, in case you're interested, would then be through Guatemala, Nicaragua and Costa Rica. And if you wanted to, you could add in a detour via El Salvador, which apparently has particularly fast roads. So you might find that it's a quicker route to go via El Salvador if you're planning on doing it. But right now is probably not the time, given that you're not allowed to leave your house. Question number 3. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe is a line from which 1982 film starring Harrison Ford? The answer to that one, well done. I think, so we're slightly out of time. I was just looking at the comments and I'm getting roundabout. So we're a little bit out of sync, but that's fine. The answer for this question number 3, is Blade Runner. Blade Runner from 1982. It was based on a book called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I believe they made another one about 10 years ago. I don't know. Did they repeat it? I think they made another version. Question number 4. Which 17th century physicist gave the world a theory of gravity and multiple laws of motion? The answer for this one, Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton. Alright, question number 5. Whose head, whose body? Well, here, my gosh, my head looks big next to them. Here is the thing that I showed you the first time round. Let's separate them out, see if you got it right. Whose head, whose body? Well, this is who they were. It was Donald Trump with the body. It was Selena Gomez with the head. I don't know which was easiest on that one. Donald Trump with his hands. So 2 points, 1 for each. If you only got one of them right, then just give yourself the 1 point. Here we go, next one. When talking of computers, what does the P stand for in PC? And the answer to that one is personal. Or personal computer. Well done. Lots of these comments, by the way, coming in correct. Daniel remind me, not everybody drives for the roundabout one, but he is someone with a driving license, and then has never driven since. My sister did that too. There we go. Well done. You got that. We're doing well. Oh, London disc golf community. Is that an emoji doing the floss? There we go. Right, next question. Question number 7. Ronnie Biggs went on the run for 36 years after escaping prison. But for what crime is he best known? Well, the answer to that is the Great Train Robbery. The Great Train Robbery. They attempted to steal £2.6 million from a Royal Mail train heading from Glasgow to London in 1963, in August. But they didn't get very far. And then he went on the run, having gone to prison for another crime. I can't remember what his other crime was. But he escaped from that prison, boarded a plane, went across, ended up in Brazil 36 years later, got a bit fed up, phoned the Sun, said, "Can you give me a ticket home?" There you go. Question number 8. Word bridge. Okay, so I gave you the 2 words. You're going to give me the 3rd word that would go after micro and before card. Daniel's saying with his driving that he got the license and never then drove. He's now got 8 years of a no claim bonus. I don't think that's fair, to be honest. I think that's cheating. Right, micro and card. The word that we were looking for that goes between the 2 is phone. It's a microphone and a phone card. There you go. Microphone, phone card. So you were looking to give us the word phone for 1 point there. Question number 9. Which Indian-born writer had an Iranian ruling calling for his assassination for blasphemy in his book, The Satanic Verses? The answer to that is Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie. I don't know did they ever get him? Did that come to fruition? I don't know. Question number 10, here it is. Name the film and the year. So 2 points on this one. The film is Avatar. And the year, which is maybe more difficult than the film, is 2009. 2009 was when Avatar came out. I believe it broke all records when it came out. The record held before it was probably Titanic. Question 11 was true or false. You got 50% chance of getting this one right, even without knowing it. The capital of Japan changed 3 times in the 19th century. That is total rubbish. It's false. Tokyo has been the capital of Japan since 1868. But before that, Kyoto was the capital of Japan from 794. It was the capital of Japan for over 1,000 years. So it has Kyoto was capital of Japan for longer than Tokyo has been the capital of Japan. But it did not change more than once in the 19th century. Number 12, my attempt at a sports question. So forgive me if you're really into sport. This probably wasn't quite what you were hoping for. Which former Olympic sport was played with 2 teams and a length of rope? Well, I don't really think it's much of a sport. I mean, who knows? It might be. But it was tug of war. Tug of war was an Olympic event from 1900 to 1920. Who'd have guessed? And which team was really good at it? Great Britain. Team GB were world champions in tug of war. We won 5 medals, including 2 golds, in the period between 1900 and 1920 for pulling a piece of rope. Woohoo! Go us. Here we go. Next one. Oh, cryptic commonality. Now, I'd be very interested to know if you got this one, or I think this would have been quite hard. If I hadn't made it myself, I think I would never have got this one. Give you a moment to have a look at it again. I'll read out some of these shout-outs. If anybody does need that extra bonus point. Anybody who hasn't already written in? No. So everybody here has already got their bonus points. Yep. Excellent. I'm seeing lots of correct answers. Oh. Oh. See, Daniel, I disagree with you with the word bridge. He put SIM card and phone SIM. That doesn't work because you had to put in the word phone. Doesn't work. Phew, I got worried there. Oh, well done, Josh, for getting the year of the film. Have I just copy and pasted Wikipedia? In certain cases, probably yes. Here we go. Let's give you the answer for this one. Question number 13, cryptic commonalities. These 3 things are, well, let's go through what they are first. You've got a lotus flower, you've got a jaguar, and you've got President Lincoln. Well, that's lotus, jaguar, and Lincoln. Lincoln. They are not all the letter L, I'm afraid, Sophie or Daniel. They are car makes. Well done, Judith Lopez Diaz. That is indeed correct. You've got Lotus, Jaguar, and Lincoln are all car brands. Moving on to our next one. It is our number 16. Number 14. I've jumped ahead there. At the age of 21, Steve started a computer company in his garage with Steve. What were their full names? They were Steve Jobs, which is the easy one, and Steve Wozniak, which is the other one. So Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, and the company was, of course, Apple. Number 15. Let's play you what what the computer sang to us before. He sang us this.
Everybody spread the word, we're gonna have a celebration all across the world in every nation. It's time for the good times, forget about the bad times. Oh yeah, one day to come together to release the pressure, we need a holiday.
I think you probably got it, and I won't sing it. Don't worry. It's Holiday by Madonna. A Holiday by Madonna. I'm not planning on wearing her costumes either. Oh, Dan, you got told off by Streamlabs for spamming with capitals. Goodness me, and I bet you only put the word SIM card. I don't. It's a very strict moderator, this one. Oh, you've been timed out. Oh, oh, this is quite exciting. Right, moving on to our next question, number 16. Which modern American artist has a surname that rhymes with the slang term for a male reproductive organ? The answer is Jackson Pollock. Jackson Pollock. There you go. I don't think I need to explain what the word it rhymes with is. Number 17, 5 points available on this one for those 5 logos. We will go from left to right. The Steve one was indeed 2 points, yes. Yeah. Definitely, if you got both of those Steve's names, take as many points as you can, to be honest. That's what I'd do. And hey, no one's checking. Oh, Tom's writing the correct answers as we go and then ticking them. Cheat. Oh, well done, Benju. Yep. Somebody has just managed to beat the stream. Oh no. Message got deleted. Right, let's go through these logos. You've got Bitcoin, GoDaddy, Airbnb, Duolingo, and Burger King. Bitcoin, GoDaddy, Airbnb, Duolingo, and Burger King. Question number 18, really difficult here. What sort of pasta would you be served if you ordered spaghetti pomodoro at a restaurant? You should hope that would be spaghetti. Question number 18 is always ridiculously easy. If you didn't get that one right, quizzes probably aren't your thing. Question number 19. What was created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1991 to enable academics to share information? The answer is the World Wide Web, the internet. The World Wide Web was created in 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee. And finally, let's put it back on. Extreme spot the difference. How many differences do you think there were in this picture? I will show you the differences in a sec. It's not an easy one. Seeing lots of correct answers here. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is also right. This is from Scott Davidson. For which question? Did he sing "Holiday" by Madonna? Here we go. Let's show you the answer to this spot the difference. There are 7 differences, and here they are. It's ridiculous, the difficulty. I mean, look at that one. The one top middle on the crinkled paper. It's absurd. It's so hard. I think I got 5 or 6 out of the 7. But if you got 7, take 2 points because you deserve it. And now, please start putting in to the chat how many points you got. Tally them up. And I will then let you know who the winner of today's quiz is. I mean, you are all over the place with the number of differences. We went from 4 to 87, 180. Back down to 4, 5, 22, 6, 84. I don't think anybody put 7. There we go. Remember 7 if you're back tomorrow. Remember 7. I'll give myself 5 points because I got 5 right. It's not quite how it works, Sophie. There's not 8. No, definitely 7. 22 points, pretty good there for Daniel Hyman. London Disc Golf Community got 20 out of 30, well done. 19 points for Benjamin Monish. Yeah, and he says he's ashamed of himself. No, I wouldn't be ashamed of himself, that's brilliant. 21 for Cuddy and Carroll. 15 for Thomas Cooper. Josh Samuels claims to have 1,000,000 points. And then Streamlabs deleted his message. Oh. 20 out of 30 with Music Live. That's Neve, I think. So, currently, I think Daniel Hyman on 22 is in the lead. Yeah, I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds to see if anybody else gets in there with a higher one. 11 for Sophie. It's pretty good still. Totally different questions tomorrow, of course. That's how quizzes work. Daniel has to credit Adrian, who was on his team. Oh, Daniel, I'm afraid you've just lost your lead. Scat Davidson has got 24 points. 24 is currently in the lead. 16 for DF. Saying, boo, that's pretty good. I think that's more than half. There were 8 circles just saying. Really? Really? I'm going to double check that in a sec. Adam on -1, 19 for Emma, plus all the shout-outs. 20 for Thomas, well done. Streamlabs has been all over the place. I'm going to have to turn Streamlabs off because they're being quite vicious with people in the comments. 24, yes. I think 24 has won it. So today's winner. There we go. Yep. Today's winner is Scat Davidson. Congratulations indeed. You have won whatever drink is in your fridge. Have it and enjoy it. Going back to end the quiz to the one that has caused all this controversy. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're right. Change your answers, everybody. There are 8. How did I get that one wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I'll give it to you. Thank you for correcting us on that one. We will correct that, and maybe someone's just shot up a couple of points. If you have, well done indeed. But the winner for today is still going to be Davidson. 23 points in Hove with Claire Flowers. Congratulations, that's pretty good. That is in second place. And we will be back tomorrow. If you're free, then please do come and join. Hopefully I would have worked out some of this camera stuff, which seemed to confuse us at the beginning. But thank you so much for all of your messages. Thank you for taking part, and enjoy being in quarantine. See you tomorrow. Bye.